It's a very similar delivery that was bowled to Munyonga. But rather than using the pace, he was trying to muscle it. Well, it was slightly wider and fuller, which made it easier. He's executed it to perfection, Sikandar Raza. Last ball of the 48th.
Yeah, similar delivery. Now he's pushing for the second. Will he come back? No. He's going to keep strike. End of the over. 17 of the last 2. This game is down to the wire.
But they're about to start the 49th. So, they have been penalized and an extra fielder in the circle. 5 in the circle.
Oh, just over. Held his shot for a moment. He realized it's a slower one. Read it to perfection.
And the pressure on Sri Lanka. What a good shot. Into the 90s goes Sikandar Raza. Now, if he had the opportunity of having that extra fielder, that's exactly where he would have been. It's gone for 4. And I'll tell you what, Sikandar, it's disappointing from Sri Lanka's point of view because this is not the first time that they have been penalized for a slow over rate and have ended up with that extra fielder in the circle.
Good delivery that. 5 of the first 2 balls of the over. This is the important one. The penultimate over. 12 of 10 now.
Dilshan Madhushankar, who has been expensive, has not been able to hit his straps today, will be entrusted with the last over. And he'll also have to bowl the over with that extra fielder in the circle. Tremendous chase. Sikandar Raza 91. Munyonga on his highest score of 41. Long off goes out. In comes the deep point fielder.
Shuffling around now. That's a question. What do you decide as a batting pair? Now, you're facing a bowler who's got 3 wickets. He's been their best today. And you've got a bowler who's going to bowl the last, who's been under the pump. Do you wait for that over and just look for singles in this?
You just knock it around. He does not need to move around as much. There are gaps on the leg side. Just get off strike. Let Sikandar Raza do whatever he's doing. Maybe you'll get a 2. You really don't want to wait for the last over. You take what's coming. But you don't need to get that boundary now. Make sure you're rotating the strike. That's all you need to do.
Here comes the nerves, not just for the fielding side, but also for the batters. When you know that you work so hard, you're getting so close to the finishing line, you don't want to mess this up. He knows that he has to finish this. He cannot leave it for the bowlers to come. 11 of 8. 2 balls to go in the over. He's already got a boundary of that first ball. Does he try one more if the opportunity arrives?
Slight bit of width is that option for the boundary because everyone in the circle on that offside.
Take that one and decide to keep it that way. No sunlight on the ground whatsoever. It's all shadows.
Maybe if it was 15 minutes ago, that would have been a 2 because the fielder there in the deep would have struggled to see the ball off the bat with the fact that he was looking into the sun. Now he'll be relieved. Last ball of the 49th. Look for a boundary. Swing for the hills. Munyonga. That's what you do now. Get that boundary.
Yeah, he tries to do exactly that. But the good news for Zimbabwe would be that Raza will be on strike for that last over, which is 10 runs worth.
Well, Dilshan Madhushankar, can he bowl the best over that he can? Sri Lanka need it because 10 off the last over with Sikandar Raza on 92, Munyanga on 42. On the back of the partnership that you see, 128 or 123. Gonna have to say Zimbabwe from here. 5 in the circle as well. So what's the field that Madhushankar will bowl to? So he's got to bring long off in. Madhushankar will look to take it across the right-hander with that left arm angle. Since long off is in the circle, he's got those 2 extra fielders on the offside. Here we go. The last over.
I was just going to say that since the offside is backed, Raza might aim for the onside, moving across, and he's done exactly that.
Oh boy. He's got his stance, he's bowled him. Everyone read the play. Even Raza, he went across looking to go over fine leg. Even Madhushankar, he's gonna go across. Let me try and hit the stumps. And he does. Great start to the over from Madhushankar's point of view. Not so for Sikandar Raza. But what an outstanding innings it has been. 92 of 87. 289 for 6.
Well, 10 runs of the last 5 balls, and you have a brand new batter in Brad Evans on strike. Munyanga will now be searching for a way to get on strike with 42 to his name.
He can strike a ball, Brad Evans. Here's Madhushankar. Does he go for the stumps or across the batter?
Scoops it and gone. First ball. This is turning on its head at the moment. Madhushankar has got 2 of 2.
On a hat-trick. And what a time to be on a hat-trick for Madhushankar. Not only are the wickets falling, they're dot balls as well. Gold dust at this stage. Again, the thinking right. Just unable to execute from Brad Evans. I guess it's the angle. It makes it hard. He's got it nicely. Asita Fernando. Eyes on the ball, eyes on the prize. Brad Evans gone for naught. 289 for 7.
Richard Ingarava, the new batter in, and the chat immediately from Tony Munyanga is, get me on strike. Evans tried to get a boundary, don't want Ingarava to do the same. This is how it started. Raza trying to work it on the onside, bowled. Evans gets back to it, but no distance, caught.
4 in the ring on the offside. Madhushankar on a hat-trick. He's got it. 3 in 3 for Madhushankar. And how about that? Sri Lanka had to rely on him and he's delivered. He's not had the best of days, but when needed, he's produced a hat-trick, getting rid of Sikandar Raza, Brad Evans, and now Garava. 8 wickets down. Sri Lanka closing in on a win here. Garava gone for naught, 289 for 8.
Blessing Mudurabani on strike. Zimbabwe still needs 10 of 3. Swings the bat hard. I'm pretty sure Munyonga won't let him come back for the second. He's been on the non-striker watching the action.
Now Sri Lanka will be telling Madhushanka, you need a good delivery here. Make sure you don't go for a boundary, and that's the game. Give us one good delivery. Because if he goes for a boundary, the game is back on. That's the hat-trick. Sikandar Raza was the big wicket. 10 required off the last over, and he was on 92. Brad Evans, Garava, no real choice. They had to try and get bat on ball. Keep it away from a boundary. And the game is yours. That's what Madhushanka needs to keep in mind.
Yeah, the sun is nowhere in sight. This has become a day-night game suddenly. It's all floodlights now. Tony Munyonga on strike. Misses. What an over. What an over this has been. 9 of the last ball, and Zimbabwe would be thinking why and how they've ended up in this position.
And what a time for Madhushanka to stand up. Tikshana, Sri Lanka. Now they'll be telling him, bowl a legal delivery. That's all you need to do.
Well, it's gone in the air, but it doesn't have the distance, and even if it did, I think the job is done. What an over, what a last over from Madhushanka. Out of nowhere, he saved the best for the last. Finishes off with 4 for 62.
7-run win. What a tight